The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
Okay, so get this. Bahrain. Beach vacation, right? At least that's what I pictured, like instantly. Sun, sand, the whole deal. But then I dug into this snippet you sent.
Yeah, this one's wild.
And suddenly it's not just beach towels. It's like time travel.
A little bit, yeah. You weren't kidding about the rethinking beach vacations thing. Even this tiny snippet, it's packed with stuff that's making my eyebrows shoot up.
Right. Okay, so for anyone listening, we're talking about Bahrain, and the source material throws around pearl diving, modern architecture.
Oh, and rich history. Don't forget that.
Like what? Those are not your average beach day buzzwords.
Yeah.
So help me out here. What's the actual story?
Okay, so pearl diving, right? Not just some tourist trap thing. We're talking Bahrain as the pearl hub for centuries, like family businesses going back generations diving for these things.
Wait, seriously? As in people have been diving for pearls there for like hundreds of years?
Minimum. It's nuts. This isn't just history, it's still alive. So you're not just looking at pearls on a necklace. You could be talking to someone whose, like, great-grandparent pulled it out of the ocean.
Okay, see, that's a souvenir story. But then, modern architecture. Did they, like, import a bunch of futuristic buildings to mess with us?
Kinda. Imagine this. You've got your historical stuff, mosques, the works, then, bam, some skyscraper that looks like it landed from another planet.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So, like, super old school, right next to space age.
Exactly. And the mix is what makes it work. Like, walking down the streets a trip through time, you could be in some ancient marketplace, turn a corner, and there's a building shaped like, I don't know, a spaceship.
And I'm guessing they've got pictures of this in the travel brochures. Because, wow. Okay, but then there's the last one, rich history. I mean, everywhere's got history. So what makes Bahrain so special?
Well, you've got the Qalat Al Bahrain, for starters.
What now?
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, right? This fort, except it's not just a fort. We're talking 2300 BC, so old.
Colder than old, got it.
But it's not just the age. It's like layer upon layer of civilization, different empires, different cultures, all built on top of each other over thousands of years.
So you're saying this one spot is basically a crash course in, like, world history?
Pretty much, and that's just one example. But, okay, realistically, let's say someone's listening to this and they're like, all right, I'm sold. Where do I even start?
Right. Because this is amazing, but it's also a lot to process. It's not just booking a flight and hoping for the best.
Exactly. I'd say figure out what grabs you most. Like, if you're all about that deep history dive, book a tour of this Qalat Al Bahrain place. Get a guide who knows their stuff.
And what if, like me, someone's now obsessed with seeing these clashing architecture styles in person?
Manama, capital city, go wild.
Noted. And the pearl diving. Is that something anyone can just, like, try?
Oh, totally. You just got to look for tour operators who offer those hands-on things. There's got to be a bunch, what with it being such a big part of their deal.
So you could be in the water, learning how to do the thing, maybe even, like...
Finding a pearl yourself. Yeah, that's the dream, right?
You know, I came into this thinking beach episode, and it still totally can be, but now...
Now it's got layers.
Exactly. It's a choose-your-own adventure. Like, history buff, architecture nerd, want to be underwater treasure hunter.
Bahrain's got you covered.
That should honestly be their tourism slogan. I, for one, am way more intrigued. It proves how even a tiny snippet of info can totally change your whole perspective.
Right. You go in expecting just another beach, and bam! You get ancient traditions, futuristic cityscapes.
And who knows, maybe you even find a pearl.
That's Bahrain for you. Full of surprises.
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.